Bonjour et bienvenue sur ma chaîne YouTube. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, Learn French with Megha. Today's topic is l'interrogation, which means interrogation, in which we are going to learn how to make questions in French. In French, there are three forms of making a question: l'intonation, intonation, in which the voice rises. It's the simplest form of making a question. Then ask, we add simply ask to the sentence and then the question is formed. And the last one is l'inversion, in which we invert the subject and the verb. By using these three forms of making a question, we expect that the other person will reply in yes or no. So, to get the answer in yes or no, we use these three forms of making a question. Now, let's discuss all the three forms with example. First one is lanthanasium, in which we make a rise in the voice. For example, tu vas au cinéma. You go to cinema. This is a simple statement that you go to cinema. If we say tu vas au cinéma, so like in English, we say you are going to cinema. So there is a rise in the voice at the end of the sentence. So it means that we are asking a question. In this form, we simply put question mark at the end of the sentence. Tu vas au cinéma? Let's take one more example. Ils regardent la télévision. They watch television. So here also we simply add the question mark at the end and there is a rise in the voice at the end of the sentence. Ils regardent la télévision. They are watching the television. So this is the simplest form of making a question by simply adding question mark at the end of the sentence. Another form is ask. We simply add ask in the starting of the sentence to make it a question. Ask or QU apostrophe. We change K to QU apostrophe when the following verb is starting with the vowel. For example, tu vas au cinéma. You are going to cinema. So to make it a question with ask, we say, est-ce que tu vas au cinéma? Do you go to cinema? So when we have ask in the question, it means we are asking a question. There is no need of rise in the voice with this form. We simply say, est-ce que tu vas au cinéma? Ils regardent la télévision. They are watching television. And with ask, we will write, est-ce qu'ils regardent la télévision? Here, Q will change to QU apostrophe because L is starting with a vowel. So, est-ce qu'ils regardent la télévision? Then the last form is l'inversion, in which we invert the subject and the verb. It is little complicated, but not very much. So let's make the question with inversion. Tu vas au cinéma? Here what we do, we invert the subject and the verb. We put the verb first and then the subject. Vas-tu au cinéma? And the hyphen is put between the subject and the verb. Il regarde la télévision. So to make the question with inversion, we will write regarde-il la télévision? Regarde-il la télévision? We invert the subject and the verb by putting hyphen between the subject and the verb. When we do inversion, we must take care that in the third person singular, if the verb is not ending with T or D, an extra T is added between the subject and the verb. Means, in the third person singular, like il or el, if the verb which it follows is not ending with T or D, we put an extra T between the subject and the verb. For example, il va au cinéma. Here we have third person singular. So to make the question with inversion, we write va till o cinema, because here the verb is not ending with T or D. So an extra T will be added between the subject and the verb following the hyphen. Va hyphen T hyphen L o cinema. Va till o cinema. Let's take one more example. Elle mange des biscuits. She eat some biscuits. So to make the question by inversion, we will write mange-t-elle des biscuits. Here again the verb is not ending with T. So we put an extra T between the subject and the verb and we say mange-t-elle des biscuits. Now let's do how to form the negative interrogation. L'interrogation négative. Like we know that to make negative sentences, we add ne before the verb and pa after the verb. And with these two forms also, we do the same thing. We add ne and pa before and after the verb. Tu ne vas pas au cinéma? Est-ce que tu ne vas pas au cinéma? But in the third form, inversion, we add ne before the verb and pa after the subject, because in this we did the inversion of verb and the subject. So, ne va-t-il pas au cinéma? For replying the question, we either say we means yes or no. But how do we reply the negative interrogation? To reply the negative interrogation, we answer with si. If we have a question, tu ne vas pas au cinéma? This is a negative interrogation. So to reply it with we write si. Si je vais au cinéma. So to disagree the statement that tu ne vas pas au cinéma, I say yes, I am going to cinema. So here I am disagreeing the statement that I am not going to cinema, but yes, I am going to cinema. So to reply negative interrogation, to disagree the statement, we use si. Ne regarde-t-il pas la télévision? So to disagree this statement, I will say si il regarde la télévision. Yes, they are watching television. Here we are disagreeing this question that they are not watching television. Yes, they are watching television. Let's make the question of these sentences. First one is, vous aimez la pomme? Here we have to convert this sentence into question by using first form. So in the first form, intonation, we simply add question mark at the end of this sentence. So the answer will be, vous aimez la pomme? Here we give a rise to our voice and simply add the question mark. Second one is, elle va à la university. She is going to the university. Here we have to use the third form, which is inversion. So what will we do? First, we write the verb and then the subject. So, va-t-il à la université? Is she going to university? Va-t-il à la université? Then the third one is, il y a un livre dans la sac. Here we again use the third form. So, how do we invert il y a? We do y-a-t-il. The inversion of il y a to make a question will be y-a-t-il. Y-a-t-il un livre dans la sac? Is there a book in the bag? And the next one is, ils aiment les légumes verts. They like green vegetables. So here we use second form. We simply add est in the starting of the sentence. Est-ce qu'ils aiment les légumes verts? Do they like the green vegetables? We put QU apostrophe because the subject is starting with a word. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you have any question, you can ask me in the comment box. And if you like this video and found it useful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and press the notification icon so that you will get the update of my new videos. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir. A bientôt.